Hello and welcome back to my channel, Safety Off Gaming. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the AK47, and that's the Cold War AK47. Now this weapon hits like a truck. I've been recently using it just because I'm fed up of using the meta weapons, and I really wanted to find something that can still compete against the FFAR and still fit into that sniper meta, so that sniper support meta. And I think I found it with the AK47, the Cold War AK47, and it's recently been fixed. The barrels before, same with the XM4, I did a previous video on that. There was an issue with the barrels where it was reducing the bullet velocity or staying the same. It was never actually improving, where we need that bullet velocity to compete. So I've come up with a nice build which you can use as a sniper support. One thing I would say about this gun is it does have the recoil of a drunk wizard. What I mean by that, it just goes up and then hooks back down and back up again. It's weird recoil. However, it's easily manageable from a close to mid range. This is why I say this fits into a sniper support, because you're not going to hit those long range. You can hit some long range shots, but you're not going to get you're still going to miss the odd shot here and then. If you miss the odd shot with this gun, the TTK on it is going to start reducing, but the TTK on it is very strong. It's not got the fire rate of that of the FFAR, but it does hit like a truck, and it hits close to the FFAR in terms of its TTK. But yeah, the recoil, some people might be put off by it, but if you're using that close to medium range, you should be able to handle it. So I'll talk you through some of the attachments that I found work best in this setup. First of all, obviously the GRU suppressor is going to be the way to go. Same as what it uses like the agency suppressor on the others. It helps to bring down that vertical recoil, helps to tighten it up a bit, bring it down, and also gives you sound suppression obviously, and it gives you a hell of a lot of bullet velocity as well, an extra 30% roughly to your bullet velocity, which is very key in this build as well. You want it to feel as close to hit scan as you can get, really, even if you're not going for those long range shots. Next one we're going to talk about is the underbarrel. Now the underbarrel, the best that's worked, I've tested it in a few different ways, using without the suppressor, with the suppressor, and the best combination with the GRU suppressor happens to be the Spetsnaz grip, which is the same sort of thing as the field agent grip, and it works best here in this scenario as well. Barrel wise, moving on to the barrel. Barrel, the best option here, there's a couple of options you could choose from depending on how you wanted to use it, but if we're talking here solely as a sniper support, then the best barrel in this situation is the VDV reinforced barrel. Now the reason for that is it helps to push out your effective damage range as much as possible, going to about 27.5 meters when compared to its original base, which is about 25 meters for that first damage drop off. So it helps to push that out, but it also gives you some good bullet velocity as well. Coupled together with the GRU suppressor, we're looking at over 1,000 bullet velocity, which is very good for something that's been used at close to medium range, and it's sort of what you want to be aiming for when you're using an AR meta, to be honest. So next, well, after we've established it's to reinforce, I mean, if you wanted to use this for long range, if you wanted to give this a go at long range, then you'd go with the Liberator, because it gives you the longest range, furthest bullet velocity, so it helps to hit those furthest shots a bit better. But I wouldn't advise it. That recoil is nuts from that certain distance, so I certainly wouldn't recommend it. If you wanted something that's not quite meta yet, but a good top tier gun, then I'd recommend the XM4, and you can check out my video. I put it down in the description below to give you the best build for that. So I would recommend that over the AK47 for the mid to long range. So yeah, moving on to the next we're talking about now will be the ammunition. And the ammunition, we're probably going to go with a 60 round mag here. Don't go with the speed mag, as I said previously in different videos. The speed mag helps with your reload speed very slightly, but it impacts your ADS a lot more, so stick with the standard mag on this one, the 60 round mag. So this next part next attachment, you've got an attachment free here, so this depends on you more than anything and how you want it to use it, and whether you like the iron sights. Now the iron sights can be quite obstructive. Once you start shooting and you're going over the head, you're kind of blocking the target, so it can be a bit tough to use. But if you're okay with the iron sights, then I'd recommend something like the, I think it's the, let's have a look here, it's the Spetsnaz PKM stock. That's the one I've been using in this video. You can see in the background. Helps with the strafe speed and the ADS movement speed, and I found that to be the better option. I'm okay with the iron sights. I don't find them too bad. I can deal with them pretty well, so I would go with the stock. If you wanted to improve the hip fire, then I'd go with the sort of 5mm. That would help with the hip fire, and actually at the moment still bugged, still doesn't show up to your enemies, so definitely a good option to have. But if you cannot deal with the iron sights, then I'd recommend an optic, and one of those is based on preferences, but one of the close range optics would be the best to go, like a quick dot. The reflex dot is pretty good as well. So yeah, that's all I wanted to go through today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, please put a like on the video. If you disliked it, dislike it. And I'd really appreciate it if you want to see more content like this. Please subscribe and leave any comments down below as well. If you wanted to see another gun, another build for another gun, then let me know in the comments below. But I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.